Hello. My bad, I didn't see you there. My name's Sunny. Welcome into my shop. Is there something I can help you with today? Oh, just browsing? Well, in that case, could I show you some of my wares? Oh, wonderful. I love being able to show new people stuff. Let's see. Where should we start? The thing I was just looking at. How about that? So this is a special concoction. It is, now, the name sounds a little bit intimidating, but it's called Toxic Brain Dead. Again, that sounds very threatening, but in fact, what it does is it puts you into the deepest slumber you can imagine and gives you the most vivid dreams. This specific batch is, well, not my best. So I wouldn't recommend you buying this. I'm gonna have to probably start from scratch. But, come back in a few days and I should have some perfect ones ready. Let's see. Oh, this. Now, you may look at this mask and think, well, it's just a masquerade mask, Sunny. And you're right. But this masquerade mask was the property of the Crown Prince himself. I know, it sounds hard to believe, but in fact, last year at the masquerade ball, he, according to rumors, went out with a commoner, and while they were fonduing, or whatever you kids say these days, they were caught by the castle guards, and he dropped this mask where it was found by a servant, and then eventually made its way to me. Now, it has no magical properties that I am aware of, but it is quite dashing, is it not? So it is dark, silvery color with these sort of mechanical looking gears along the side to represent the Crown Prince's precolations. How much he likes to make stuff. Because it belonged to a royal, it's going to be a little bit pricey, but I'd say it's worth it. I mean, look at this. Look at the craftsmanship. It's beautiful. You've got these dark black sort of satiny ribbons along the back, which is how you fasten it. It's beautiful. Enough said. No. Don't tell me if you want anything until I'm done showing it off. It's simply polite, So let's see. This is a map I recently had commissioned of the entire kingdom and all of these surrounding kingdoms. Now, you can see already that the quality is very quality. It's a very nice papyrus. You can see we've got all of the kingdoms all laid out, with some of the major cities and some mountain ranges. It's quite high quality, if I do say so myself. I have, not to brag, but I do have connections with some of the best map makers in the kingdom. But I do have another map if you'd like one of just the kingdom as well. It's a little bit of an older one. I just had that one made, but this one is a little bit older, but it's also a good deal, a lot bigger. So as you can see, got the whole kingdom all spread out, all of the holds. And you can see it's by Natalie Travarol. Natalie Draverall. Of course, that's up quite a bit before my time, so I've never met her personally, but I'm sure she's a wonderful person. Or was. I don't know if she's still alive. She could be dead now. What else should I show you? This is quite the find. See, it's a very beautiful necklace. It's got these beautiful blue beads and these pearls and this silver starfish pendant. Now, what makes this necklace so special is that it belonged to a mermaid. A real-life mermaid. Now, this mermaid fell in love with a human. I know, the drama. But, of course, her being a mermaid and him being a human, they couldn't be together. So she made a deal with a wicked sea witch, where she would get legs so she could walk on land. But in exchange, the sea witch took her voice and put it in a necklace. Now, the mermaid eventually did manage to steal back the necklace and got her voice. But, you know, the necklace was still a valuable piece of jewelry. It does still hold some of its magical abilities that it had because it belonged to a sea witch for such a long time. This necklace is able to make the wearer more personable. How did I get it? Never share my secrets, then you'd steal all my things. Steal all my business. Now there's just a couple more things I'd like you to see. Starting off with this. Now, upon first glance, this appears to be a simple leather bag, but within the bag is an egg. Now, I know what you're thinking. Sunny, that's obviously not a dragon egg. It's too small. But size isn't everything. Also, you're right, this is not a dragon egg. It's a drake egg. Now, a drake is like a diminutive species of draconic creature. They're like dragons, but they're quite a bit smaller, usually only a little bit bigger than a horse or so. But this egg was actually discovered on an expedition into the Forgotten Wastes. As you know, dragon eggs do not hatch unless they are in just the perfect environment and with just the perfect person. So this thing hasn't found its person yet, but that could be you. Now, let me show you some of my favorite things that I have. That is a collection of wands. Now, all these I made myself. I know. And they're all unique in their own way. This one I made with mermaid scales. Now, that gives it a special affinity for aquatic magic. This one was made from the horn of a centaur, or a satyr, my bad. And it gives it a special connection to the forest and the god Pan. Now this is a special one. This one is made out of the bone of an ancient black dragon. Oh, no, of course, I didn't slay the dragon myself, but I managed to acquire the material. And I created this. This is an extraordinarily powerful wand, of course. Especially with fire magic. You can see it's got these specific runes carved into the handle, because without these, it would explode, probably. And the last one is this one. Now, it looks very small. It's not especially long. It looks very unassuming. It's thin, but this is my most powerful wand, because this one was made from the feather of a fallen angel. I know what they say, fallen angels, those are just a myth. Those don't exist. Angels are always pure and perfect. Fallen angels, that's an oxymoron. But I assure you, it is true. They are real. And this is the proof. Healing spells with this are immensely powerful. Immensely powerful. Well, I think that's just about all I have to show you today. I mean, of course I have plenty more things. Collections of books and herbs and all that, but does anything catch your eye? The dragon egg. Ah, I knew it. You know, I didn't say anything in case you didn't want to buy it, but I did feel it heat up just a little bit when you got closer. Now, how would you like to pay for that? Money? What do I look like, a human? I don't take money. Trinkets, of course. Why, that's how I got most of this stuff. Bartering for trinkets. Now, what do you have for me? Ooh, let me see that. A little dragonfly, is it? Well, where'd you get this? Really? Well, that is fun. Oh, I love things with a story. That gives them so much more, well, value, but character too. Yes, especially with that story. I think this is quite a fair trade indeed. Your dragon egg. Would you like the pouch as well? I'll just throw it in for you since you're just such a sweetie. And since it's your first time in, I'd love to have returning customers. If you come across any more trinkets, I would love to trade for them, especially any with interesting stories, you know. Right, so there you are. Now, you have a lovely evening, and do remember to come back.